What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Now, today's video, we're going to be talking about some stuff that has been data pushed into the game that really, like, a lot of people really should know about. However, people doing some time traveling into the game have seen that there's stuff coming out during December that is very, very interesting, and it's what we're going to be talking about in this video. Now, before we get into this video, the way that I've recorded this video, it isn't my typical way of recording, just because I want to show you guys everything in real time. I will be switching over to a website as well, just to show you guys some things as well, but I wanted to show you stuff in game as well. So before we get into everything, I just want to say here that I have changed my device's time. This is Australian time, of course, to the 11th of December, which in PST will be the 10th of December. I believe this actually comes out on the 9th of December though, which is the trusty character recruitment. So this is the upcoming treasure map recruitment island, where you can recruit some free-to-play characters that will be boosted for the next treasure map. This is the big component of this video, the fact that this island basically showcases what's going to be coming up. So we already know that this island pertains to treasure map Lucci, and the silhouette already shows that Lucci will be our next treasure map on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global, with some Fortnite characters and some Colosseum characters that you can recruit. As for Colosseum units, I believe this Helmeppo is a Colosseum unit. I'm pretty sure he is. The Helmeppo, and I think this T-Bone is also a Colosseum unit. But then the rest of the units are Fortnite units. You got Donsai as well as Boo, and then you got the Boa sisters from their Fortnite. So you can recruit them on this treasure map recruitment island thing. Now, let's go ahead and switch over to the website, which showcases what characters are boosted on what treasure map. So right here, this is the official website where you can plan your teams for the treasure map. We've switched over to the Japan side, of course, and this is treasure map Lucci. So we can see what characters are boosted throughout this treasure map. If we scroll all the way to the bottom, at the Fortnite section, we can see the Fortnite characters that were boosted during treasure map Lucci. So we can see that we have the Boa sisters from their Fortnite, as well as Donsai and Boo from their Fortnite. The Colosseums are a little bit different. On JP, they really restrict the type of characters that are actually boosted for their treasure maps. Luckily, Global is a little bit more lenient with their boosters. But the Helmeppo and also the T-Bone for some reason are boosted for us, but on JP they won't be. But the Fortnite units, as we'll switch back over, there we go, boom, you can see you got the Boa sisters there, you got the Boa sisters, and you got Donsai and Boo, and then we can switch back, and then you can see that we have the Boo and Donsai, and we have the Boa sisters. So there we go, it confirms pretty much at this point, it has to be treasure map Lucci, and the silhouette also confirms it. The thing is though, is that if we switch back in game, there is actually more stuff to come. So now I've actually changed my device's time, and we can see there is another treasure map recruitment adventure. If I actually go over here, you can see I've now changed my date to the 30th Australian time, so 29th PST time. In December, we have another treasure map recruitment island. So this confirms that we are getting a secondary treasure map during the month of December, which is very crazy, right? And at this point, we're wondering what treasure map it's going to be. When I heard about that this was actually a thing coming out, I immediately thought treasure map Smoker for Douglas Bullet. I think that would have been amazing for the New Year's. That would have been best case scenario. However, it seems to be that it's not going to be the Stampede celebration on New Year's. It seems to be another treasure map character. So as I said before, you know, we can go ahead and have a look at what characters are boosted in this treasure map recruitment adventure, and then we can switch over to the website and see what characters are actually boosted over there. So if we go and filter through, let's say, Smoker, because that's the one that we wanted it to be, we can go ahead and filter through that and go down to the Fortnite characters. So for the Fortnite characters there, we can see we've got Koala and Hack, Centamaro, Perona, Buggy. As for the Colosseum characters, we've got some of the older ones with the Brindy World stuff, some of the movie characters. You've got Magellan, Morley and stuff, and Colosseum Jinbei, who we don't have yet, of course. But then if we switch back over to what this island has for us, we can see characters that are not on that boosted list. You've got Momonga and stuff, he's not on their raid list. You've got Dalmatian, also not on the raid list. You got some Fortnite characters with Shanks, Rebecca, Marco, and some of the dress-up Straw Hats. They're not there, or the Pizza Party Straw Hats, they're not actually on the list. So unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be Smoker, unless if they change the boosted list, but it doesn't seem to be that way. However, what we can do now, go ahead and try and search these lists and see if we can find it. So this one, Sakazuki and Isho, when we scroll down, have a look at those Fortnite characters, almost identical. You have Rebecca, the two Pizza Party Straw Hats, Shanks, and Marco. Those characters are on this list for the next treasure map character, Recruitment Island. So this confirms at this point that the next treasure map character after treasure map Lucci will be Sakazuki and Isho dual unit. As I said, unfortunately, it will not be Smoker with the Douglas Bullet and Stampede celebration. Though, I do think that celebration will be arriving in January. That makes a lot of sense. And then for February, likely going to be Kaido with a massive celebration for that Sugo Fest as well. So yeah, in January, I expect there to be Douglas Bullet and Stampede Luffy. So January will still be jam-packed, full of content. And also, this also means about, like, there's going to be more content coming in December. Not only is there just 2 treasure maps, but there's going to be a brand new Sugo Fest batch arriving with this as well. Now, what I mean by that is if we actually go back over to the websites, we can go over to this. This is the batch that should be arriving after Treasure Map Lucci. And the reason for that is because these are the characters that are boosted against the next treasure map here with Sakazuki and Isho. You can see that you've got Shirahoshi and Mancherry, as well as Rebecca and Vivi. And also you've got CP0 Lucci going to be boosted as well. So this makes a lot of sense. The fact that you're going to be having the latest legends come out before the treasure map, that makes a lot of sense. So it just begs the question, when will they actually come out? Well, I'm not really too sure at this point. And it really begs the question about what are they going to be doing for the Christmas Sugo Fest. Typically, the Christmas Sugo Fests are very, very good for a lot of players. 2 years ago during Christmas, I think it was 2 years ago, might have been 3, I think it was 2 years ago, where they had the V1 Sanji release on Christmas, where you could do 6 multis and get guaranteed side gear for Luffy. Last year, when they had the Christmas Sugo Fest, it was guaranteed Lucy. Yeah, pretty sure it was. Yeah, guaranteed Lucy on Christmas. I think it was after 6 multis as well. So what are they going to do this year? Maybe another guaranteed Snake Man after 6 multis? That would be pretty cool, because I think some people out there might still not have Snake Man. So I think it would be a pretty good idea to re-release Snake Man guaranteed on a Sugo Fest. I know for a lot of people it wouldn't be that good, but it's fine. You know, it means it just gives you more opportunities to save your gems if you already got Snake Man. If you don't have Snake Man, I think it's definitely worth 6 multis to get him. Very, very good character. But also, it also gives us a little bit of a glimpse as to upcoming content outside of the treasure map as well. We've got Coliseum Jinbei. He should be arriving as well towards the end of December. Currently, we've got Coliseum Mole out right now, and I think that leading after that should be Jinbei, along with the Shirahoshi, Mancherry, and Vivi and Rebecca batch. So that's really cool. These characters are also boosted as well. You've got 6+ Nami, and she's a very good character, and we've been waiting for her Super Evolution for a while now on Global, so I think it would make a lot of sense if they release 6+ Nami with the waifu batch. That would make a lot of sense. And another character that also released with that is 6+ V2 Boa, and again, that would make perfect sense to release Nami and Boa Super Evolution along with the brand new waifu batch. That would make a lot of sense, and I think a lot of people would appreciate that. Potentially these characters could be guaranteed on a Sugo Fest as well during Christmas. Not really too sure, but at least we're getting more information as to some of the characters that should be arriving. Now, as for the Shirahoshi and Mancherry Sugo Fest, many people really shouldn't be pulling on the Sugo Fest in general. I think it would be better to save your gems, because the Shirahoshi and Mancherry Sugo Fest is not a 2x Legend Rate Sugo Fest. It is just a regular gold Sugo. Then again, you know, Global have gone to show that they can change those Sugo Fests around, and if they do make it a 2x Legend Rate, it actually would be a pretty good Sugo Fest. Though, remember, after the release of Vivi and Rebecca and Shirahoshi and Mancherry, we should be getting Douglas Bullet and Stampede Luffy, so take it as you will. But the characters are very, very good, and you got, obviously, in Part 1, you'd have both Legends available. Part 2, it says only Vivi and Rebecca available on JP. Maybe they might make it where one is just rate boosted, and then vice versa. And obviously, 3 different parts. You can choose what parts you want to be pulling on depending on rate boost and stuff. But as for what the characters do, just in general, Vivi Rebecca is such an interesting character. Their captain ability is very similar in a way to V2 Katakuri, where they give an inherent color affinity boost as a captain. They boost the color affinity by 2.5. I'll zoom it in so you guys can see a little bit better. They boost the color affinity by 2.5 for all characters, as well as boosting all characters' attack by 1.75. So basically, if you are not attacking with color affinity or with type advantage, you're not going to be doing that much damage, but if you do hit with type advantage, you are doing truckloads of damage. It's crazy how much you can get with this character. They also reduce damage taken by 20% as a dual character as well. They give beneficial orbs and stuff. Pretty interesting captain, but their special ability is very good. They remove enemies' defense, which is like the blue shield, as well as rainbow shield, completely. They remove all turns of it, which is very nice. And they also boost color affinity of Striker and Cerebral by 2 times for 2 turns, and they combine for 3 turns. So this is a character that is very powerful. You know, 2 times color affinity for multiple turns for multiple classes is very, very powerful. And again, another really good switch effect that sees a lot of play on JP. Very, very good switch ability. When they switch, they change Strength and Dex into matching for the Striker and Cerebral classes, as well as healing 2,000 HP guaranteed, which is so good. So with their switch effect, an auto heal 3,000 HP per turn guaranteed. So nice to have. And at the end, and it'll also lock the chain for 2.5 for 1 turn, which is again really good. So it gives you tankiness as well as really good damage output with orb changing as well as the chain lock. So this character is so nice to have. Probably not the best legend in the game, nowhere near the closest to the best legend in the game, but a really nice character to have. And the secondary legend to release towards the end of this month looks to be Shirahoshi and Mancherry. So Shirahoshi and Mancherry are also very good. The weird thing about them though is that when they activate their dual form, they only combine for 1 turn, which is very unique for a Sugofest exclusive dual character. Every other legend that's a dual character combines for at least 3 turns. And now you've got this one that only combines for 1 turn. But their captain ability when they combine for 1 turn is a 3.5 boost to Striker, Cerebral, and Free Spirit. Recover 5 times their recovery, and also will protect from defeat as long as HP is above 50%. So not a great captain ability overall, but they do provide some pretty good healing mechanics, which is a really nice draw to the character. They also reduce special bind duration on themselves when they're in their single forms, which is really nice. And their special ability, 16 turns, changes all orbs including block into matching. You just guaranteed full board of orbs no matter what. They recover 100 times their recovery, really good healing, and also a very unique effect that only applies to Shirahoshi and Mancherry. The fact that you can select 2 debuffs that are on your team currently when you use the special and remove 10 turns of that debuff. So let's say the enemy gives you 10 turns of attack down, or like 5 turns of, you know, whatever it might be, like a chain lock that's really detrimental. So you can just click them and you can remove the 2 debuffs by 10 turns. Very useful special ability to have. And this is a special ability that definitely sees play on JP for sure. They also have a very unique switch ability as well, where when you change, they reduce slot bind and special bind duration by 1 turn, and that's on your whole team, which is really good. And also changes your own matching orbs into rainbow orbs. So that's also pretty interesting. You know, if you do have matching slots, you can switch and make them rainbow. I would have preferred it if their special ability just changed all slots into rainbow. That would have made the character more powerful, I would suppose, because, you know, if the enemy has an interrupt where if you change your orbs and then they change them back to whatever it might be, either a negative or block or whatever, if they're just changed to rainbow, the enemy can't do anything. Whereas in this situation here, when you activate their special, if they interrupt with an orb changing effect, they can just swap your orbs to whatever they want, which is a little bit annoying. I would have preferred it if the rainbow orbs were with the special ability, but either way, the ability to remove 10 turns of any debuff that you want is pretty powerful. But there we go, that's the stuff that we should be looking forward to moving on into the late of December. I was making tweets about this yesterday and people were wondering what the hell was going on, like why I was saying that we've got stuff to look forward to in December. But yeah, we've got another treasure map coming in December, which is kind of crazy. I don't think Global's ever had that, 2 treasure maps in 1 month, but we're going to be experiencing it, and I know a lot of people are going to be upset about it, but it is what it is. I think they are trying to cram in as much content as possible to guarantee Kaido being our anniversary, and I think that makes a lot of sense, but I think that I really hope that they do it in the right fashion, because I think that with all of these Sugofests that are going to be popping up, people might be overwhelmed, as well as the fact that people might, you know, be kind of upset with the fact that they're just releasing so much content so quickly. So either they have to have some pretty OP gem sales, or they're going to have to give out a lot of free gems somehow. I don't know, man, because what I would say to many people out there is to just literally hold off your gems. Do not pull anywhere in December. Wait till Douglas Bullet if you really want him, or wait until February where we get Kaido, and every single legend that's released up until Kaido will be on that Sugofest as well. So I think waiting till Kaido being a 3 times legend rate Sugofest makes a lot of sense. But anyways, that's all the information that we have right now. We've got lots of stuff to look forward to in December. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.